I need Zach to know that he was wrong. So you just gonna leave him up at the jail?
Every second he's in there is gonna drive him crazy.
You just gonna give up like that?
These people are gonna be in your relationship whether you like it or not. The thing is who you gonna listen to.
Choosing my family. I love you. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have you.
Zatima!
Okay, folks, so it was certainly a surprise to me that not only did they drop, well, BET Plus dropped darn near half a dozen trailers today. I want to say, this one for Zatima, All the Queen's Men, and 2 or 3 holiday films they're doing. But yeah, on a Monday of all days, maybe it's a way to get people's mind off the election today. Like, hey, regardless of the outcome, at least BET Plus has some good content your way that you're excited for. But in any case, December 26th, the day after Christmas, and the Sistas mid-season finale, assuming that BET actually airs the episode Christmas Day, as opposed to, I don't know, going on a brief hiatus or something. But regardless, Zatima is coming back, as DeVal stated, before the end of the year. And ironically enough, the last Thursday of the year. And if my math is correct, then the season finale should drop January 23rd. Now, the trailer itself is about 90 seconds long. Folks, you know how copyright works. I can't play the whole trailer. I played a part of it, but you can go watch the full thing on Twitter, Facebook, the Instagram page. It's everywhere. Then you come back to this trailer breakdown because I talk about everything. Now, the leaked episode from about 2 or 3 weeks ago, which I think was like episode 12, a lot of scenes from that episode were used in this video, so I will kind of gloss over them. I will talk about them, but not in full detail. I'll be like, hey, this is from that one episode. But other than that, the trailer is pretty straightforward. Zach gets out of jail. It's clear from the actor's access information I had months ago, combined with the scenes from the trailer, Jeremiah is actually still alive. But I did a separate video on this and a short, but Fatima worked my last dang nerve in this trailer because, to be completely honest here, I'm not really sure if I'm feeling the back half of this season. Now, that doesn't mean there weren't elements of this trailer that I can't wait to see unfold, but for the most part, Fatima is acting like the way she was acting in Sistas Season 5, and that's already a major turnoff for me. To be completely honest, at this point, I've kind of thrown Season 3 away, and I can't wait till Season 4, because Season 4, I believe we're supposed to have new writers for the season. Now, I don't know if that means Tyler had no writing credits whatsoever, but I do know that there are new writers for Season 4. And hopefully they can get this show back on track because Season 3 just ain't it. So before getting into the full-on breakdown, make sure you take a moment to hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Hit subscribe. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. And hit the bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. So we pretty much start the trailer off with an exterior shot of the jail. And the team was like, I can't do this anymore. I got to think about this baby. Zach's like, that's our baby. And then she goes, well, you should have thought about that. Well, Fatima, it's funny you say our, because considering that after Jeremiah attacked you in the parking garage, Angela made a point. It's like, you're pregnant. Look, you need to go to the hospital and get checked out. No, the paramedic said I was fine. But keep in mind that not only did you want to keep this entire ordeal from your man and baby daddy, your fiance, you took it upon yourself to avoid going to the hospital to just make, just double check, so you're doubly sure that you and the baby are okay, but you opted no. So then she leaves. And a good chunk of this trailer contains characters kind of, questioning Fatima. I mean, to be completely fair, and I'm not even talking about this specific scenario, but I mean the seasons of Sistas and everything leading into Zatima where we are now. Fatima had so many opportunities to leave Zach, but opted not to, even before being pregnant. So I don't know. It's just the same old song and dance. I'm done with you, Zach. So we get to Bryce and Preston, and this is definitely from that leaked episode. He's like, what can we do? I don't know if there's anything we can do because, I think Preston goes over to Fatima's in Zach's house, and, he asked if he can go see him in jail, and she pretty much lets him go down there. He's like, oh yeah, I'll give the information to this officer or detective or whoever, and, they can let you get back there and see him. Then from there, Connie's like, how did it get to this? Because, she's in disbelief, again, according to the leaked episode about, Jeremiah dying. Because I think Deja was the one that said that Zach got arrested, his brother's dead, and Fatima's next in regards to, Fatima tearing up her apartment. And we go over to the barbershop. Tyrone's talking with Nathan, and Tony said, y'all need to be careful because y'all might be looking at a charge too. In reference, and again, this is from the leaked episode. This is in reference to the video, because if you remember back to the ending of episode 9 and the beginning of episode 10, there were a couple of just random bystanders in the old neighborhood, and they were recording Zach beating the crap out of Jeremiah on their phone. And Tyrone said that, looking at the video, it almost looks like you were trying to help Zach do it. And obviously we know that's not the truth, because they tried to stop Zach, and Zach went Hulk on them, even Connie. And then eventually they were able to pin him down to the ground. But Tyrone was actually joking. Again, if you watch the leaked episode, this scene was played up for, seriousness in this trailer, but it was a joke. Making fun of them for getting beaten up by Zach. Now, Fatima, come on now. I need Zach to know that he was wrong. And then kind of goes, so you're just going to leave him up there in the jail? And I'm just saying, like, he was wrong, because that leads to a Dr. Reed scene. It looks like this takes place at Zach and Fatima's. I want him to learn his lesson. And then Dr. Reed said, I was going to say his suffering. And, oh yeah, interestingly enough, there is a scene where Fatima's voiceover says, Zach, I'm moving on with my life. And then Preston's on the phone with Zach, and Preston's like, Zach, she's gone. And that's, again, a scene from the leaked episode where after Preston sees Zach in jail, he's like, can you go over to Fatima's and put me on the phone so I could just talk to her? And then, that's how the scene plays out. But there is a scene where we see an exterior shot of the house, and Fatima and a man are in the doorway and they're hugging. That's Dr. Reed. Even the actor is going online to say, hey, I know y'all saw the trailer, and I just want to clear my name right now. I'm innocent. Me and Fatima didn't do anything. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, it's just that Fatima, I want him to learn his lesson. Again, that season 5 bull crap, because all of this is okay. It links back to Connie, but remember, what about you, Fatima? Didn't you learn a lesson about lying to your man, gaslighting Zach? And I'm not saying that it's her fault that he chose to go down there and beat up his brother. I'm not saying that, but at the same time, to ignore any sort of accountability in this, she's no better than Connie ignoring her own responsibility that Gladys gave to her with handling that insurance crap. And then that's how this whole thing started. Man. And the most infuriating part about this is that I compare the Zach situation with Jeremiah to with Bryce, where Bryce, everybody's telling Zach to move on. Nobody cares about him violating Zach's trust on more than one occasion. And with Jeremiah, oh, your brother got a problem. No one said, well, look, we need to get him in rehab or something, or we need to, maybe Fatima need to press charges, whatever, because what he did was wrong. Nobody has been saying anything about what Jeremiah needs to do to condone, or, nobody has said what Jeremiah needs to do to make up for what he did to Fatima. It's all about, we got to keep him away from Zach, or this, that, and the third. No, it's stupid. It's stupid. But in any case, that's going to lead into later on in the trailer, Jeremiah, and I'll get to that soon enough. But speaking of Zach in jail, Nathan's like, every second he's in there is going to drive him crazy. So Zach eventually gets out. He eventually gets out because we see him, and looks like Nathan is right there too. This is where Zach is wearing the same clothing he got arrested in. He's just wearing like a blazer, and he gets home. But also we got to jump to this other scene after Fatima's like, Zach, I'm moving on with my life. We're introduced to the new character, Malachi, an old friend of Fatima's, as well as a character named Leslie, who is an old friend of Fatima's as well. Both are military. Actually, Malachi is ex-military. He's an FBI agent now. And it's mentioned in the synopsis for their characters that they should meet up sometime with Fatima for dinner to catch up. And apparently this occurs at the house, and Zach comes home and he sees Malachi making out with his wife, who just so happens to look similar to Fatima in terms of hairstyle and whatnot. He gets mad and throws him over a table. But no, this is not what it looks like. Fatima's not cheating, because if she was, she would look completely like a gardening tool. It's like, your man has been locked up for like 24 hours and you're automatically hooking up with somebody else. No, that's not the case. Fatima is not cheating. I may be annoyed with her, but no, she is not cheating. Now from there, there's a dinner where Fatima's like, enough. So I wonder if this is the dinner that occurs with Malachi and Leslie. That would be kind of weird, but oh well. And in any case, we see Connie and Tony hug, and yeah, okay. So I guess there is something going on between them, maybe. But then Fatima is in the bathroom with Zach, and Zach's like, look, you're going to be the wife. You're going to be my wife and mother of my child. What else was I supposed to do? Which again is pretty dumb in hindsight, because Zach, everybody told you what would happen if you chose to go after your brother and everything you had to lose. I mean, there are so many ways you could handle this. Like, call the freaking cops. Fatima's like, I don't know if I can allow myself to love you like I want to. And I just keep thinking to myself, Fatima, how many times have you done exactly what Zach did? He tore up Belinda's place. You tore up Deja's place. He beat up his brother, and even though you didn't go as far as he did, you beat the crap out of Deja. You beat the crap out of Hayden. This chick, I swear. Oh man. But then Tony says something pretty profound. These people are going to be in your relationship whether you like it or not. The thing is, who you going to listen to? Now, I don't know exactly who he's talking to there. It could be either Zach or Fatima. I'm just saying it could be either one of them. And it looks like we actually do get to the point where we get to the funeral. Zach's mom, the funeral takes place, I believe, in the finale or penultimate episode. And Fatima's up there singing. So, folks, yeah, but at the end of the day, Zach gets out of jail. Everybody's fine. But then that leads to, the sad part. Looks like there's a repass over at Zach and Fatima's. He's hanging out with his friends and whatnot. And he's like, I'm choosing my family. I love you. And I wouldn't know what I'd do if I didn't have you. And then things get intense. We see Big Repo and a group of just gangsters burst into the house, and then a big fight breaks out. Now, it looks like, based on the synopsis, Big Repo was chasing a drug addict. So it seems to me that Jeremiah is revealed to be alive, because in the leaked episode, Connie expresses her disbelief in Jeremiah's death, and that's probably what leads to Zach getting out of jail. But in any case, a fight breaks out. We see Zach, we see Preston, we see everybody just getting to this big brawl. And then we look over at Fatima. She's looking concerned, and she's holding her stomach. And then we see Zach looking, shocked. And we see Repo take out his gun and fire a shot. And then the screen goes to black, and Zach goes, Fatima! And I'm like, nah, that's the Fatima he screamed after Fatima walked out on him at the jail, saying, well, you should have thought about that. So, yeah, this looks pretty intense. Now, it would be wild if the season finale is a big fight and somebody gets shot, probably Jeremiah, and we close out the season on that. But let me just say this much. Yeah, I am skeptical of how I'm going to feel about this this back half of the season, because Fatima's just working my nerves. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.